friends. We're doing something a little different today. I thought I would come on and sew because I was trying to do Facebook Live and it just wasn't working. There's like tons and tons of people, I'm assuming, on a Friday night, which is a really lovely reason for it not to work. Maybe they're all connecting with their friends as well. So welcome to Ms. Mo's Vegan Kitchen. But right now what I'm doing is sewing some masks for Michael Garron Hospital. I try and do a certain amount for donation to the hospital every week. So that's what I'm doing right now because we're taking tomorrow and Sunday for ourselves. So I usually do theirs on the weekend. So I thought, oh my gosh, I have to get them done tonight. I've kind of forgotten about it. So I'm doing it right now. How is everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well, staying healthy, wearing a mask, washing your hands, you know, all the good stuff. We're at about 1,000 masks right now. I have not counted in 2 days. And the last time that I did, we were approaching the 900 and something mark. So, pretty sure we're over 1,000. Pretty wild when you think of it. It just blows my mind, actually, to be honest, because we've been sewing for, what, a month now? It's pretty wild. Axel got his machine, so we're opening that tomorrow, which is why we won't be here on the weekend. We are just, not only that, we need some time off. We've been working 7 days a week and attempting to take Sundays off, but then, of course, we get emergency calls, so I take them. Emergency calls means, like, doctors, nurses, medical staff, frontline workers. But this weekend, I'm turning my internet off of my phone. I need rest, and I don't want to get burnt out to the point where I don't like making them, because they're very much needed. But I need time for me. I need time to rest and rejuvenate and recuperate and just rest. You know, friends? You really do. This is my water up here. I make sure that I stay hydrated. Somebody gave us a beautiful card there. We also have one up there. And they're both thank you cards for making masks, which is really sweet. We've had some not so nice people, but I'm not counting those. Everybody has been so amazing, including the companies that we're getting the fabric from. The fabric curator, I've mentioned her before. Her name is Penelope. She has been stellar, honest to goodness. We contact her, she gets that material here ASAP. Like, seriously, it's insane, actually. I mean, yeah, she only lives a 10-minute ride away, but that's not the point. She's busy. So she usually comes at the end of her day to make sure that we get our fabric. She knows that we're making masks. She's donated a little bit of material to us as well, which is really fabulous of her. Thank you very much, Penelope, at the Fabric Curator in Leslieville. Might as well give you a plug. We've also ordered from Claire's Quilting Nook in Iroquois Falls, Ontario. We have ordered from Fabric Spark on the Danforth. We have ordered from... Hold on a second. I will tell you in a second, because I was just talking to them today. It's something fabric, of course. Studio Fabric Shop. They're in East York. And next will be Country Clothesline, which is also in East York, because we're trying to keep everything local. As you know, I'm a huge advocate for that. All of our thread is from the Beaches Sewing Center, literally right up the street. And my yarn was from the Yarn Guy in East York on Gower. He used to be called Sew and Knit and Serge. Now it's called the Yarn Guy. What else? My sewing oil, my bobbins, my thread, all from the Beach Sewing Center. All of my fabric I mentioned. My machine was from Janome, Canada, but it was from Sewing World on Danforth at Victoria Park in the Shoppers World Community Center, Shoppers World Center, whatever, shopping mall. Yeah, I really do think that's huge. you know? And I thank everyone who has been buying. I call it buying, but really they're donating because we're just giving them away, but they're donating back so that we can buy material because we spend a lot of material, obviously. When you've made that many masks, you have to buy material. So I do have kind of a schedule. I wake up in the morning. I have a set amount of masks clipped and ready to go to start sewing. I like to have them in the final phase so that they can be done in the morning. It's so satisfying and so gratifying to have like 30 masks done by, I don't know, 11 o'clock in the morning, sometimes even earlier. It feels so darn good. So then after that, I bag them all for the orders that are for that day. Then I either, if I don't have any cut, I'll cut, but we have boxes filled with cut serged outers and cut serged inner liners, which we just ran out of today, so we have to work on those for stocking up for the week. We'll do a lot. We'll do a lot. Like I want to say 300 or more. And then we have to cut material, iron it, you know, the whole 9 yards, everything. We have to cut the strings for the ear wraps. We're officially finished our spaghetti yarn, which I'm really sad about because I can't get it anymore. So we're going to try this stuff next, which is spaghetti ribbon. And I was checking it out today. Another thing that I've had forever and a day. And it seems like it's going to work. Because it's got a little bit of a stretch, but you don't want too much stretch. So, you know what? They'll really last. That's how I feel. So we'll make this 7.5 inches instead of 7 inches because there isn't much stretch. But this will not hurt your ears. It's so soft. When you're wearing the elastic, you get such ear irritation that it's like, it's bad. And that's why a lot of nurses and doctors are asking for the I call them ear savers. The little crocheted pieces with the buttons on the end. So, but I ran out of cotton yarn. And they're saying that we should make it out of cotton. Jimmy! So, so I haven't been making them. And that's the fun part of this too. I'm literally sitting at the front window sewing. So my neighbors all wave, strangers wave that don't even know me just because they see me sitting in the window, which is beautiful. My friends pop by and sit and have a conversation with me. Because we have like our little front lawn there. So they can sit on the wood. Yesterday, one of my littles that I babysit, Ollie, came with his dad. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. I missed them so much. And we played Pokemon together. It was adorable. We traded a Pokemon because we were lucky friends. And we got a lucky shiny. It was pretty sweet, not gonna lie. I'm so happy that they play. I got them into it. And then, it's just been really nice. You know, like I'm even doing trades for masks for people. Because sometimes that's nice too, you know, like they want masks but they can't afford it. So I always say, well, you can have it for free. And then they always say, well, I could barter for it. And I'm like, okay, what do you have? Like, you know, we'll accept stuff. Why not? Bartering is awesome. If you've never bartered for something before, you're missing out. I love bartering. Love it. So yeah, right about the 1,000 mark for masks. As far as actually donating to centers and hospitals and stuff, I think that that's about, I want to say that's the 400 mark for those. And then the other 600 are for the community, I think. I don't know. I'd have to sit down and look at the numbers. Trying to keep track of everything, but there's people who just stop by our window for them, and I'll give them. I always say, you know, it would be nice if they come back to donate, but none of them have. That's okay. Doesn't matter. It's kind of ironic though, because they're like, oh, I just live next door, I'll come back with a donation. I'm like, okay. And they don't, but that's all right. The other ones who are donating make up for it. I've also have people who are sponsoring material. So I found this most beautiful set of materials on Etsy. And it's all dedicated to nurses and medical staff. So I said, if anybody wants to sponsor this material, you can buy a yard of it and get it sent to me. And then when I send the masks to the hospital, I'll just put a little note in there and say that it was sponsored by so-and-so. So and so. So, had quite a few friends do that. It's awesome. Like, this is a real community effort, and yeah, it's just really nice. And I'm still ignoring all the numbers. I really don't pay attention to social media a lot. I do go on it to go live, but I don't post much, and I don't read much. I kind of still live in my bubble. I don't have cable, so I don't know what's going on in the world, and I prefer it that way. Sorry. The world is a very awful place to me in the best of times. So right now, it's just too overwhelming for my brain to handle, and it would send me reeling. So I just avoid everything. So I'm in my safe, happy place. But yeah, I just thought I would come on here instead of a mukbang today and do a chat bong, so bong. I don't know what you're going to call this. But just a check-in. There you go. It's a check-in. So I hope you are all doing well. Stay healthy. Wash your hands. Stay safe. And make sure you do something for yourself today. You know, I'm having a hard time with that. Believe me. It's rough. I just like to do things for others, but sometimes you need to take that break and do something for yourself. I'm starting to feel like weird pains in my leg. I'm assuming from pushing the pedal on the sewing machine all the time. And, you know, my aunt sent me pictures today in Messenger of my grandma, ma mère. Her name was Louise Muddy. She lived in Niguat, New Brunswick. And when I saw that picture, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe how much I look like my grandma. And then she sent me a picture of my mom and my grandma, and I'm like, oh my God, because my mom is a spitting image of my grandma. And then I was like, wow, I really look like my mom. I really look like my grandma. And then actually looks like me. So I was like, wow. You know, I hope that that continues. And I hope that at some point my grandchildren can look at a picture and go, oh my God, I look so much like my Nana or my grandma, whatever they're going to call me. Man, I look so much like my mom. So let me show you. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. Because sometimes when you show another phone, it's kind of wonky, right? But I will show you anyway. So this is ma mère. This is Louise Marie Vautour. No, hold on. That's my grandma. Oh, please work. Let's try and turn the light down a little bit. Yes, no, maybe. Ugh. No, it doesn't want to work. I'm trying, friends. There. Is that a little bit? You can kind of see it. Now I'll show you the one of my mom and my grandma together. And my God, did they ever look alike? My mère was 88 years old in this picture. No. No, come on. Oh my, what is going on there? Let's try again. It's not going to work, friends. I would have loved for you to see a picture of my mom. I'll show you again. I've showed the picture of their recent picture that my parents took, right? Such a nice picture. But anyway, that was in, what year was that? Year 2000. Oh my gosh. So that's my Tante Noella that's showing those pictures to me. It's so funny when like you hear French your whole entire life, even though I don't speak French, you kind of pick up the accent. So like when I'm talking with my aunt, I kind of pick up the accent. So I hear it even in my own voice. But normally I don't really notice it if I'm talking to my other friends. But man, did I ever feel it today. And I was like, wow, that's funny. So that's it, friends. I just thought I would check in, see how you're doing. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when we put up a new video. I love you and I miss you. So hopefully next week I'll do some mukbangs. Maybe this weekend I will, since we're taking the weekend off. Take care, friends. Keep smiling. Stay blessed.